Here's a question that probably keeps you up at night if you're a Scrum Master in your first year. How do you prove your value when your work is mostly invisible? You facilitate, you coach, you remove impediments, you help team improve, and then your manager asks, "What have you accomplished this quarter?" And then you freeze. Because the team's healthier doesn't show up in a performance review the same way shipped 12 features does. Now let me be direct about something most people won't say out loud. When organizations face budget pressure and start making cuts, Scrum Masters are vulnerable. Not because the role doesn't matter, but because the value is harder to measure than a developer's pull request or a product manager's shipped features. Qualitative value, team health, psychological safety, facilitation quality, those are real, but it's also subjective. It requires someone to believe your interpretation of improvement. Quantitative value, like a cycle time reduced by 30%, defect rates decreased from 15 to 9, velocity increased by 80 story points, those doesn't require belief. It's documented, it's measurable, it's defensible. This isn't fair, but it's real. And if you are a Scrum Master who wants job security, you need to translate your work into evidence that survives performance review or a layoff decision. That's what the improvement impact log does. It's a simple 3-column format that documents the complete story of every improvement your retrospective generates. So we have column 1, problem identified. This is the pain point your team raised in the retrospective. Not vague dissatisfaction, but the specific issue that was hurting delivery. For example, PR reviews taking 3+ days, blocking feature completion. Column 2, action taken. This is what the team actually did, the intervention, the change you implemented. For example, added PR size limit guideline maximum 400 lines per pull request. And column 3, measurable result. This is your proof, the quantified improvement or observable behavior change that shows the action worked. For example, average review time reduced from 3.2 days to 1.2 days. And this is why we didn't stop at done in the tracker. Impact verified is what feeds this log. You are completing actions, plus you are documenting that they actually worked. Now let me show you a few more examples so this pattern is clear to you. Problem identified. Unclear acceptance criteria causing rework and escaped defects. Action taken. Created acceptance criteria checklist templates that developers use during story refinement. Measurable result. Escaped defects reduced 40% from 15 per sprint down to 9. Problem identified. Daily standups running 25+ minutes and losing team attention. Action taken. Implement 2-minute time per person with visible countdown. Measurable result. Stand-ups consistently complete in 12 minutes, down from 25. Problem identified. Deployment pipeline failures causing late sprint scrambles. Action taken. Added automated smoke tests to pre-deployment checklist. Measurable result. Deployment success rate increased from 73% to 94%. Every of these entries connects a problem to an action to a result. That's evidence. Now here's how I want you to start. Don't backfile 6 months of history. Don't try to make this perfect. Start with one improvement from your last sprint. Log it, measure it, and that's it. Your measurable result doesn't have to be perfect or enterprise grade. Directional data beats no data. Consistency beats precision. If your stand-up went from way too long to 12 minutes consistently, that's measurable. If your PR reviews went from usually 3 days to usually 1 day, that's measurable. You are building evidence, not publishing research. And you don't log everything, only improvements that meaningfully change how the team delivers. So here is how you use this in real career situations. So performance reviews. Instead of saying, I improved team effectiveness, you pull up your impact log and show 6 documented improvements with measurable results. Stakeholder conversations. Instead of defending your role's value abstractly, you demonstrate ROI. Our retrospectives delivered measurable cycle time improvements worth approximately 40 hours of recovered capacity this quarter. Job security. When cuts happen, you are not the person arguing that your work matters. You are the person with documented track records of delivering business value through continuous improvement. Okay? This is how Scrum Masters stop being seen as the facilitators of meetings and start being seen as drivers of measurable improvement. The template you are getting has 6 example entries across 3 sprints. Use those as your reference pattern when you start logging your own improvements. In the next lecture, I will show you a real case study of one team's 8-week transformation using this exact system. You will see the before state, the after state, and how the Scrum Master used this impact log data to turn a struggling performance conversation into a recognition for tangible results. Completing improvements changes your team. Proving they matter changes your career.